Hello and welcome back to my Angel channel. I'm Angel, and in this reading we're gonna get all the juicy details about your next kiss. I'm so excited for this one. I think it's been a minute since we've done like a full romantic reading. So for a quick overview of what to expect in the reading, right? We're gonna start off by getting a card from the Star Codes Astral Oracle. We're gonna get a card from here to see the good time, place, setting, all right? And then to get the individual energies for the group, we're gonna use this. It's the Enchanted Spell Oracle. Don't get used to these cards. This I accidentally took from my soul member's house, and I just took like a stack of my cards, and this was at the bottom. So here it is. It's really cool. But yeah, don't get used to it. So, because I'm gonna give it back. Anyways, after we get the setting, time and place, and then the who is who with the Enchanted Spell Oracle, we're gonna use our tarot cards. So, for group 1, you've got the Silhouette Tarot. For group 2, you've got the Original Rider-Waite Tarot. For group 3, you received the Tarot of Curious Creatures. And then for group 4, you've got the Fairy Tale Tarot deck. Okay, so if you now know where you'd like to go with just the tarot decks, I'll have the timestamps ready for you in the description box and in the comment section. But if you want something a little bit extra, you know I got you. Do I got you? Hello. Ta-da! It's our charms. I'm gonna pull some. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so let me move. For group 1, you received the silver safety pin or clothespin. For group 2, you received the gold Hamsa hand. For group 3, you received the opalite stone. And then for group 4, you received the silver passport charm. Okay, so if you now know where you like to go with just the charms, you know where the timestamps are. But if you want to see both the card and the charm at the same time, I'll pop that on screen now. And so of course, you can take your time, pause, breathe into it, see wherever you feel drawn to most. And now I'll catch you in the vibe check or reading, okay? Bye-bye! Hello and welcome to the vibe check section for group 1. If you're feeling drawn to this group, we're going to make sure it's the right one for you. So if you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading. I haven't had this one before. It's strawberry like Starburst. It's so good. It's so sweet. Okay. And it tastes like candy. Like it really does taste. Let's get into this, right? Okay. So it kind of feels like actually you might be like a protector or a watcher of innocent energies when it comes to, let's say, you know, fairy tales and youthful energy. It seems like you're one to watch out for just people or even just kids or animals who are pure, innocent natured. You're always like kind of looking out for them, looking out for these type of people or energy. Also, it feels like you take, I don't know the word, it's like you're serious about the environment around you as well. I think There's something here about weaving. I don't know if it's like weaving plants or like weaving branches, weaving things together. And like, I don't know, everyone is out here like weaving daisy crowns or whatever, but I just feel like that's an important message here, something to do with weaving. There are those here who weave others desires into the physical world. Like, you might be just a very good listener, and even though someone might not be able to articulate themselves in the best way possible, you will still understand what they mean, even if it's not exactly what they said. Yeah, and I think with this weaving, it's like building bridges, building connections. People always can kind of even depend on you to like point them in the right direction or to the right person. Like, you're a good resource. Excuse me. People trust and depend on you too, a lot. So there was something with family. So I think those here who are a pillar in their family's life, they really do appreciate you and love you, of course, and are proud of you too. And there's something here about innovation as well. Like, you're a very out of the box thinker. And I don't think you're someone who is like, you know, your way or the highway. I think you are like a lifelong learner. You can have an amazing idea or an amazing plan, but if someone wants to try their plan that you know could work, you would be like, okay, yeah, we could try that. You know, it doesn't have to be all you all the time. I think you give space for others to shine. And then when it comes to creativity as well, there's something, I feel like some people can make something that like about animals. It could be like a crochet, and it's like making animals out of yarn or something. And then there are those here who kind of even like manifest with an animal spirit or are always like drawing an animal. It's very specific. And then there's this connection to do with that animal. There are those who like make those little animals and can give as gifts, or even if they're seen in public. It's something about those who carry like these animal totems. It just works for people because they see that energy embodied within you, and that makes people feel more comfortable to approach you, ask questions about you or whatever you're working on, or just to connect with you and feel like they're a part of something, like a herd. You know, people want to be a part of your herd. They want to be a part of your group. And there's something about technology as well here. I feel like there are those who might just be gifted at coding, but it's like, I feel like these codes, or at least this technological process is for, or like we're gifted at making this technological process or this code for people to access. What is this? It's like something that they can create on their own. Like, I guess if it's like someone who can make a website for other people to make websites, or it's like someone who just, if we're going general, like this is someone who technologically creates a program where others can make something from it. Like this is someone who can like design the website for 3D printing, and then other people, they go to make their designs to print 3D, you know? I mean, it doesn't have to be these examples specifically, but you follow what I mean. It's like this type of making something technologically that other people can access and then make something too. So we'll go ahead and leave the vibe check here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Okie dokie, group one, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start off by using the Star Codes Astro Oracle to get some setting. I need a time, a place. Spirit, help us. Here, let me put this over here. Giving it a small shuffle first. I know I could use the bridge, but I ain't feeling that. Just a little bit more. Oh, okay, well, I guess this is gonna be the one. So we have retrograde review number 15. Is it centered? Are we good? Is it? Can I move like that? Is that fine? Okay, cool. So given our card here, I do believe that the setting is somewhere you've been before, they've been before, or both y'all been there before. This is very familiar. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say only one of y'all have been here before. I think both of you have been here before. It doesn't have to be at the same time, but this is a place both of you are familiar with. And also, this has been a planned meeting. This isn't a surprise. This is someone you know for a little bit and are excited to talk to as well. Excited to talk about just the relationship, how it's been, each other's lives, what you're working on. Like it says in review, we're just talking about what we've been through. But it's, given this long lasting from the past energy, it's something very comfortable, okay? If we reduce 15, we get 5 plus 1 equals 6, right? And 6 in numerology / tarot usually has to do with things that have lasted for a long time, things from the past. Hold on. Or solutions made from reevaluating or just taking time. I'm not going to give you too much of a place specifically because it's general reading, but just given all of these structures, I do see it's more of a place that is inside rather than is outside. And then giving all of these stairs and staircases, I just get the sense of public. So I do think that whenever you guys are meeting up, there's a lot of people around. Or people could be just passing through, like a train station or something. All right, here, let's go ahead and jump into the fun parts. I'm gonna get, where did I put it? Here we go. So we're gonna get one card for either person from the Enchanted Spell Oracle. Let me see, put that down. Put this. Okay. Are these all bright? Oh my gosh, I think they are. Bless. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to read these cards reversed anyway, but there's one person, and this one, there's the other. Okay, let's see. Who should we start with? This one? Are we centered, y'all? See, that's my thing. Okay, here we go. First, we have intellect. It says Hazel, intellect, average 5, September 1st. Oh, no, wait, is that August? August 5th to September 1st. Isn't that like Virgo energy, right? Okay, well, anyway, here, look the card. There's so much detail, right? All right, so one person's gonna be represented by intellect, and the other is happiness. Wow, this card is so magical. This is Mercury, the moon, symbol of God, Jupiter, Saturn. Hold on. Do I have my planets right? No, this is Saturn, right? And that's Jupiter, Mars, the Sun, and Venus. This is gonna give us a deeper timing, actually. Excuse me, I'm getting deep into it. Hold on. Okay. Let's begin with intellect. So intellect here, and that's how I'm going to be naming either side. I'm going to name this person intellect, this person happiness. All right. Okay. So intellect, they are going into this meeting wanting to just share a lot of what they've learned, given the intellect here, and they want to know what the happiness person has learned so far as well, just what they've been researching, what they've been thinking about. Intellect is all about the mind, yeah? So they really are wanting to just comb through happiness's mind. They want to know exactly what they're thinking about, why, what hypotheses are they forming, what have they learned about people, about themselves. It's like they really are all up into this, into happiness's mind, okay? Intellect also with this fish here, they love to share what they have learned. So they want to share all of, they've been not really experiencing all of what they've been learning with happiness. When it comes to like physical experiences with intellect, not to say that they don't have them, but they might feel like their physical feelings, emotions are cool and interesting, but they might feel like happiness values their intellect first. They know that, you know, the flirtation, the hearsay is all cute and everything, but happiness really does love to learn. That's what intellect knows. Intellect wants to teach happiness everything and anything that they know, and they're open to being taught by happiness as well. Intellect also, they might just be someone who works a lot, but like, you know, this is the person who can be extremely type A. All they do is work, and so they don't really have a lot of fun or a lot of outlets. So I think they're also just interested to see how happiness fares that way, but more so on the intellect side, it's like they also want to talk to happiness about what they have been cultivating in their life as well, for a reason. Like, let's say they are going to talk about emotions here. The intellect person is going to approach it via a mental health angle. They're going to approach happiness saying, yeah, I like, you know, maybe I do struggle with depression, but they're not going to talk about, yeah, that's how I feel about it. They're going to talk about the steps that they have taken to, you know, work with the depression. They're going to talk about the research they've done regarding depression. Like, it's just, it's very, like I said, it's all about the mind, this person. They are interested in a kiss with happiness. It's in the back of their mind. Given this fish here, I am sensing the Page of Cups, because, you know, the Page of Cups is depicted with the page, a dude holding a cup and a little fish going hello, and then the fish saying hello is a surprise, right? It's something that we kind of do care about, something that we wouldn't really mind happening. We not have it fully fleshed out, this desire, but it's there, okay? And so with intellect, they might for real just put their emotions on the back burner. They're like, that'll come later, because I don't think they're very eloquent when it comes to discussing how they feel. On the happiness side here, they can come across as like happy-go-lucky, and I think this person just might be lucky or just look like they're lucky to intellect, but then just people around them, because given happiness, this person is constantly finding joy no matter the season. Okay, I'm gonna get more with this timing because this is quite important here, but I'll tell you later as we go through this. I'm feeling it out. But anyway, this happiness person, they hide from their connection to intellect. Happiness person feels like intellect could be their end all be all, actually. And so instead of talking about that, they're just gonna talk about things that interest them, things that have been funny, different anecdotes and stories that they've been told, or just they're talking about everything under the sun except for their true emotions here about the intellect person. Happiness is suggesting games or suggesting jokes. They are making this a fun interaction. Not to say that intellect isn't fun, but they're just so focused about telling happiness everything that's on their mind. They're not thinking about how to make this entertaining. But happiness person isn't even worried about that because they entertain themselves. Honestly, they love to listen to themselves talk, I'll be real. But they love sharing their stories and their happiness with intellect and anyone who really comes into their vicinity. Given the fairy depicted on this card, I do think just a lot of people in general see happiness as a fairy, as a magical person, as a unicorn, as a mermaid, like just because they're just so positive and sparkly and happy. A lot of the time, it's not easy to get this happiness person down. And then if this person is down, you wouldn't know it, not unless they told you. But I think intellect wants that from happiness. So given intellect, they are cerebral enough to use language that happiness would feel safe enough to be vulnerable and share when they're not feeling so well, or things that they don't feel like they're ready for, things that they can be insecure about. But overall, happiness person, they're quick to give compliments. They like to connect to people around them. They like they do love to learn. They like to understand people's thought process, how they feel about different things. They want to know how intellect feels about certain things. And the way that happiness comes across to intellect, it's not pushy. It's not pushy and it's not demanding. It's simply open. It's simply freeing, okay? Given the food and drink on happiness card, happiness could be quite good at cooking or making drinks, making beverages. It could have been happiness's idea for this meeting to happen. Happiness might be a bit more in tune with the phases of the world, and phases within their own life. They're highly attuned to seasons, okay? Intellect is attuned to themselves, mostly internally. And not to say that happiness isn't attuned to themselves, but happiness is more readily attuned to the world and environment around them, okay? And so this is why, for the majority here, happiness is the one that called for this meeting to happen, because they're like, oop, it's time. Let's get you some more cards, though. We're gonna hop into your tarot, the Silhouettes Tarot, so we can get all the details. We'll get some cards for either side, okay? I wanted to get 3, and we will, but let's start with the 2 and 2 first. We're gonna put this over there. All right, so on intellect side, we have the Fool in reverse. They also received the 5 of Wands in reverse. So when it comes to the actual kiss with happiness, intellect is insecure. If the Fool were upright, we would have a little bit of a different message. Be like, oh, they might feel like they won't be the best kisser, but they're gonna try it anyway. They're gonna fight through it, right? But with the Fool card in reverse, I don't see the intellect person initiating the kiss. They intellect, right? They feel, or they will feel, if they try to initiate the kiss, it wouldn't be received with an open mind, heart, whatever. They would feel like happiness is like, well, wait a minute, what are you doing? Like, this is not the vibe. This is not the time or the place. Like, we're having a great one-on-one. We're just chilling, right? We're good friends. And so that's why intellect is like, let me not try to get in my own way here. With this Five of Wands in reverse, intellect person thinks that happiness has their eyes on a few people, not really just intellect, if intellect is even in their view. And I think intellect is in their view. That's why we're having this whole reading. But intellect, just, they're working through insecurities, okay? So they're like, yeah, like, happiness, sure, they might like me or think I'm interesting, but overall, I don't think they're interested enough to kiss me, essentially. Let's go over here to the happiness side. We have the Eight of Cups here, and the Three of Wands. I feel more upright, to be honest. I came out reversed at first. So on the happiness person, when it comes to going into a kiss for intellect, they are letting go of expectations. They are trying to free themselves from what it could feel like to be with intellect. They're letting go of what intellect might say or do after this kiss, because that would make happiness just not go for the kiss, okay? Which is why we have that Three of Wands in reverse at first, okay? But due to the release of happiness, with this Three of Wands in reverse, I'm gonna say, even though happiness planned this get together, I don't think they really planned on kissing intellect. That wasn't like their whole modus operandi. Could have the idea of kissing intellect crossed through their mind, sure, but they didn't dwell on that. They're like, oh, it could happen, maybe, who knows. They're open to it. Just like the intellect person is open to it as well, but with happiness, they're actually going to go for the kiss because they release themselves from the outcome. They're like, whatever the outcome is, whatever it's supposed to be, it will be. What I want to do is just, I want to try. I want to see what happens. Let's get some more cards. We'll go on the intellect side first. Pull this one. Let's go to the happiness. Okay. Now for intellect, the third card is the King of Wands. Ooh, okay. And shit, let's go ahead and get happiness. The third card is the Six of Coins in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so on the intellect side, right? Y'all see this King of Wands? Y'all see how powerful and fiery this is? So yeah, happiness initiated the kiss, right? Because they're open to what things could be. They're open to the experience for experience's sake, all right? But it's intellect that picks up on the desire happiness is holding back. Because happiness will be holding back during this kiss. They're gonna try to do right. Okay, so it's intellect that propels this kiss forward. It's intellect that's going to wrap their arms around happiness and pull them in closer here. Intellect is deepening the kiss here. They're making it a bit more wet, a bit more visceral here. Intellect is the one who is clawing at the body of happiness, because for the longest as well, not just do they feel the desire of happiness, but they had been stifling their own desires too. Okay, they hadn't been denying themselves, but they've just been putting their desire on the back burner. Okay, for experiencing passionate things. With the Fool here in reverse, intellect might not have even thought that this was going to be possible, but now that it is, they're going to take this moment for all that it's worth. All right. Let's go to happiness. So happiness here with the Six of Coins in reverse, they are being very meticulous about where they are placing their hands, if they're placing their hands on intellect at all. Okay, they're afraid. They really are afraid of releasing too much. They're trying to be controlled, with how much desire they show that they have for intellect. For one, they're trying to control the kiss as a whole and trying to be more mature about the progress of a relationship. They're going to feel how strongly intellect is wanting to kiss them at the very least, okay? And they're like, ooh, if we kissed you passionately right now, maybe that would propel us to quickly forward without having more of a emotional connection, or making sure our passions are aligned, or if the reality around us could actually be feasible for a relationship. So happiness is taking in this kiss, but they're also thinking about the aftermath, or like not really the aftermath, but like if it's possible to go forward, to move forward in this relationship. Let's get you some more cards. Okay, we're gonna read these last six, and we'll get a song. Okay, now let's start with the intellect person. We've got the Five of Swords here in reverse. You've got the Page of Swords. Fill it upright. And we have the Page of Cups, which we kind of talked about before. So on the intellect side, even though they didn't initiate the kiss, they're going to initiate some type of connection moving forward. They're going to be like, do you want to try this type of dating, or do you want to try giving ourselves a title to define what we are? This kiss has really worked through the inhibitions of intellect here. They feel as if they can actually make happiness pretty happy. They feel like you two are two peas in a pod. You two can joke. It might have like the same sense of humor, honestly. But this intellect person, they're really going to try to pick happiness's mind about a connection together. Now on happiness side, we have Seven of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords. Do we have all the kings out here? 1, 2, 3, almost. What are we missing? King of Pentacles. Okay. Anyway, so on the happiness side, yeah, they're going to think about just possible contingencies that could make this relationship not be consistent. Okay, with this King of Cups, they're going to share how much they do love being around intellect. talking with intellect, just being themselves, honestly, too. And this King of Swords are going to talk about how much they feel empowered to be with intellect, how clear-minded they feel to be with intellect. They're going to be really honest about how intellect affects them as a person. And that's just going to really boost the ego and confidence for intellect as well. And so I think it's because, yeah, I think when like we said, intellect doesn't feel that happiness is connected to intellect as much as intellect feels they're connected to happiness. But the truth is, with this King of Cups and King of Swords here, a little bit of this Eight of Cups too, happiness feels as if they are almost obligated to be with intellect, or at least just try out a relationship with intellect, only because how natural and normal and happy they feel with intellect. And like, even they don't even have to always be super positive and great all the time with intellect. They can share with intellect how they feel when it comes to, I don't know, freaking like doubts, insecurities, whatever. And the way that intellect responds to happiness, though, is exactly what happiness needs. It's like intellect isn't just like the most coddling type. It's like intellect is very encouraging. So I don't know. But I do see overall, though, some type of progression of the relationship after this kiss. Page of Swords to King of Swords. Page of Cups to King of Cups. Happiness might for real hold more power in this relationship, but anyway, let's begin to close out the reading. I'm gonna get a card for either side from the Playlist Oracle by Elisa's Messages. And I like to get these cards because I use them kind of like as a message, like from the person. So for intellect, let's see what they would say. Whoa. / how they feel. Oh, that's fun. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna put these over here and make this a bit pretty. Just a bit. Can we still see things on this channel? Barely, girl. Okay, anyway, let's hop over to intellect. They got As Long As You Love Me by Backstreet Boys. Although loneliness has always been a friend of mine, I'm leaving my life in your hands. People say I'm crazy and that I am blind, risking it all in a glance. And how you got me blind is still a mystery. I can't get you out of my head. Don't care what is written in your history, as long as you're here with me. Oh my god, okay. Let's get the other one. We got happiness here. The song is Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now. The nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. Wow, okay. Okay, I'm gonna let these resonate for you personally, but we'll end the reading off here. Ta-da! We've made it. Yes, we're at the end of yet another reading out there and in the bag. So if you've been with me for a minute, you know it's time for me to say thank you. And while I do all that, I'm gonna get some collective messages from our Moonology Oracle cards and 101 Bible Promises for your every need. So yes, I really do. I'm serious. Like every single time, I'm so appreciative of you and your presence here. Thank you for sharing your energy and your story with me. And thank you for allowing me to read for you, honestly. Thank you to those who have thumbs up this reading and helped this reading get out there to more people who might need the message. So appreciate that and letting me know that you liked it. I mean, hello. And then, thank you to those who have been sharing my readings. Hitting that share button. I know that helps the algorithm somehow. I don't know. But it's a surprise every time I see it. So I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Because like, YouTube only tells me like what, once a week or something. Anyway, and then finally, to those who have subscribed today, yesterday, week before, last year, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the one and only Angel Army. You a warrior player? Yeah, we fight for the realness. We fight for the good stuff. Okay, anyway, so from the Moonology cards, we have you and your loved ones are safe. New Moon in Cancer. It's beautiful. From the 101 Bible Promises, we are God's workmanship, created in spirit to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a warrior. And I hope to see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the vibe check section for group 2. If you're feeling drawn to this group and want to make sure it's the right one, I got you. But first, if you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading. And pink drinks. I don't think I've ever been disappointed by a pink drink yet in my life. Okay, let's start, yeah? And you know what? Now that I'm rubbing my hands like this too with your palms to hand, okay, so there are those here who might just already identify themselves as divine or as a diviner, in the esoteric, a witch, a druid, whatever, you're magic, and I think you know it too. And then I think when it comes to like your hands, this helps the hand too, you know magic works through it as well. I think you've experienced this, the Midas touch, or you do something and it works, like when it didn't work for someone else. Someone tried, I don't know, teaching someone about plants and they just can't get it across the way they'd like, but then you come in, you give the explanation, and all of a sudden it works. I don't know, you're magic, okay? Things work when things happen, when you make it happen. Boom. I think, you know, when it comes to your hands as well, people pay attention to how you gesture with your hands, because I do think people, when they see you, they really do believe that however you move, it makes something happen. Like, just not even people who are into the whole spiritual woo-woo everything. This is like the average everyday person. When you are speaking, or when you speak with conviction, when you speak with confidence and you're using your hands, people see your hand movements as magic. They really do. They see that when you're moving your hands, you're making something happen. You're serious. I think also when it comes to your hands, people want to follow where your hands go because they intrinsically feel that your hands are a guide. Okay, your hands are tools. Everyone's hands are tools, but I think just for you specifically, your hands are tools for energetic movement, energetic flow. So these are artists, these are musicians, these are masseuse people, these are healers. We're working a lot with our hands. These are gardeners, farmers, and I think those who do create with their hands, the people that they give their creations to, experience what they've made on an integral level from the soul here. Because I think that whenever you do create, it's not just from you. I think you're when you open up what you are producing to the divine, you naturally channel divine energy through your body, okay? And so I see that whenever someone interacts with whatever you're making or whatever you've created, they experience the energy of the divine, of spirit, of God, okay? I think people also look to you as an oracle. They look to you for your wisdom, for your experience, because they know that when you're speaking, I don't think you're a selfish person, and people don't get that either. They get that you are a leader, that you are someone important to listen to, but they know that it's not just from you. Even if it's like on your own experience, you're not trying to tell someone to do something just because you think it's a good idea. It's because you and them experience a higher truth, a deeper truth even within. And I think that's just naturally how you operate in a constant. So, given this comes to hand, it's important for you to protect your energy on a daily. I'm serious. Okay, you need to do something every day, even if it's just once a day. Do some type of protection, some type of spell, wear something for your energetic protection, because a lot of people are going to be naturally inclined to be in you, to be around your energy. Okay, that's like in you. Ew. Okay, that part too, but. To be in your energy, that's what I mean, and to be like a part of your life. And that type of energetic I guess transaction can seem like a lot, or just be a lot, if you're not constantly aware of it and the boundaries to set for that. Okay, I'm also sensing here the energy of the wolf, like the the spirit animal wolf here, and so just overall, you are one to it is necessary for you to speak up when you feel it. Okay, when you feel it within your bones and your intuition to speak up or give a message, it's highly necessary. Even if you are all alone, the lone wolf, it is still necessary. Okay, because you never know who is going to hear you. So always give out when it is time. We'll go ahead and stop the vibe check here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Hello, group 2. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to grab a card from the Star Codes Astro Oracle to get the setting slash maybe some timing of when this kiss is to be. Okay, you ready? We've got 11th house community. 11th house is Libra energy, so look out for that season. Anywho, let me... couple things. So the first story I see is this kiss is going to happen after like a huge type of reunion. Could be like a family reunion, career reunion, like school class reunion, something like this. It's after this reunion, boom, you're gonna be like on your way to meet this person, either like the same day or like in a week, but not even like 2 weeks after this is to happen. Also, given this community card, I do believe that you and this person do share a similar community. So y'all could come from the same exact place, went to school together, same neighborhood. Regardless, y'all have a similar community background, really. And y'all have talked about it before. Y'all have shared this information. Could like similar upbringing to similar community values, culture, like that. Also, I think both of you have similar beliefs when it comes to, I don't know, like politics, government, marriage, children. Y'all can have very similar views, actually. Even if y'all do come from different places, y'all still have like the same values. But even if you come from different places, it's like similar community though. Y'all are very similar. There's a lot of mirroring here. This isn't for everyone, but like, just cute little side note, like your sun and moon sign could be theirs flipped. You know what I mean? So it's like if your sun is a Leo and your moon is Capricorn, their sun is Capricorn and their moon is Leo. Like, I feel like it's a very matchy type of energy here. I am kind of getting to where it's like it could be a little bit rainy or gray around this time. This isn't summer. I'm getting a little bit of like fall, a little bit of winter vibe. If it's spring, it's like the beginning of spring. I think one could be out walking their dog, and it's like, Or you could be going to like a dog park. Because I just see animals are important here. Maybe some it's like going to the zoo, but I just feel like it's a personal animal. And it's like, yeah, I'm going out to walk my dog. You want to come with? And it's like this type of hangout session. Because I feel just honestly like with y'all too, and I know we don't have the cards yet. We'll see. But anyway, like it just feels like y'all are like old friends. Y'all just been in each other's lives forever. Like that's what I'm feeling when I'm saying like y'all have like similar community. It's like y'all were just always together, or like it just feels like y'all were raised together. So I don't know. Here, let's get some more cards, right? From the Enchanted Spell Oracle, we'll get one card for either person. Ooh, she's pretty. What is this? Solitude. Catslig? Or Keg? I don't know. Anyway. These aren't my cards, but we're gonna use them. They're so cool. And they're so pretty. Yo, real talk, like, when my friend, sister, was allowing me to, like, just go through these, I like dreamed of one of these cards. It was Patience. It was this one. I dreamed of this card. It was crazy. My head hurt. The first, like, when I saw this, my third eye was like boom, and I was like, oh crap. Anyway, tangent achieved. Come through, ADHD. Let's get some cards. I feel like one of those. Oh, well. I wanted to flip it. Well, we got the first person here. Their clarity. There we go. We'll keep that one a surprise. Alright, let's discuss clarity. At the top, it says chamomile, echinacea, ginger, rosemary, St. John's wort, and thyme. Okay, you know, I'll be real, y'all. Like, personally, chamomile, ginger, rosemary, and thyme are my plants. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, so clarity person. This person is mad psychic. They see all. They're connected to all, to everybody, to everything. They get it. They in it. This clarity person could constantly be in states of meditation, constantly grounding. They are constantly being open to the divine, getting messages, getting downloads. Clarity person sees clearly because they remove their own ego. All right, this person has gone through life events that have made them look at themselves and see that they are one of many, one of so many, and they are an integral part of that. They understand that every single soul is a thread, a divine thread that makes up this tapestry we call life. Okay, clarity accepts all of who they are and accepts everyone around them, for it is all necessary. Clarity, I think, is a person who does live in the moment. They do learn from the past and they can see the future, but overall they find the most wisdom, the most power comes from the present. This person, clarity, also is an awakener for others as well. They awaken the true, authentic energy from someone else, the true spirit of other people. Clarity is someone who does bring clarity to others. All right, clarity is a mirror to other people. They see what is truly within, what is truly divine, what is capable for other people as well. People might fear clarity or might avoid clarity at times because of how authentic clarity is. Clarity will, most of the time, they're not going to lie to you. They're going to tell you the full truth. People know to depend on clarity for the full truth, or know not to ask them because they will receive the full truth. No lies from clarity here. But I do see clarity isn't someone who is going to like belittle anyone else, because I think they understand what it means to be an individual person with an individual journey, and that is valid within its own right. So clarity is not gonna, I really don't think clarity is gonna judge anyone like for anything. They understand that some just do not have the experiences of others, so some might not know as much as others, or be well versed. They are quick to forgive here, clarity person. When it comes to going into the kiss, though, I think they kind of know what's happening. They might have even said it. They could have even told this other person, yeah, we're gonna kiss. But I just see that there's not a lot of surprises when it comes to clarity. And they're just such a loving being, though. They truly love things for what they are at their core. They have tapped into the energy of the Godhead. They know how everything is necessary. There is no coincidence. Everything is necessary. And so they accept it all with open arms. Let's go to the other person. Magic. Well, ain't this a cool freaking connection here? This is great. Wow. I mean, clarity and magic, can it even get better? Like, I don't even know other cards in the deck, but I want to go see. Okay. For magic, we have ash tree, elder, ivy, oak, and willow. Are these all types of trees? Ash tree, elder tree, but ivy isn't a tree. But there's oak tree and willow tree. I love willow trees. Anyway. Okay. Magic person can actually be pretty like ADD or ADHD. I think they have, I'm gonna just say like their attention can go in so many areas, so many places. And then I think magic person, I think they're tapped into different realities, like all at once. It's like they are seeing, let's say they're in a room with 3 others, having a conversation about dogs. And they're present, they're talking about a Chihuahua, right, that they all love. But also within their mind, they're thinking about the group talking about a Doberman. They're also thinking about the group talking about a poodle, all at the same time. It's like they're constantly tapped into different realities, and I think that's why they can come across as ADD or ADHD, or even be that, because they're attentive towards everything happening all at once. The magic person might not talk a lot, actually. They talk to their group of friends, like their trusted group. But I think they're just careful about coming across too weird or too sporadic to other people. It's not easy for a lot of people to understand them because they're talking about so many things all at once, and they're aware of it and they care. I don't think they're not insecure or anything like that. They're not like, oh, it's my fault. They're just like, oh, well, I want someone I'm talking to be able to understand me and understand where I'm coming from. So they try really hard when talking to just like your average Joe, to stay on one topic and talk about that one topic and talk about what they know about that topic, and then wait for the other person to initiate like a change in conversation that they'll follow on. Because maybe a lot in life they've understood a lot of people just, it's hard for people to follow magic. And I think magic too, they're also like it's highly multi-talented. There's a word, a polyglot, is that it? I hope that's it, y'all. I'm trying to get my English back. But anyway, like it's a good thing, but also like a thorn in the side for magic, because they're not sure like which avenue to stick with, or even if they should stick with one thing. So you might find that magic is constantly working on just different things all at once. And even if for them it's like frustrating to choose like one thing, because they're so good at so many things. Like, wow. when it comes to, oh my god, sorry, I was about to say, when it comes to kissing clarity, and like I'm tapping into the energy when I'm saying this, and I said, oh my god, because woo, magic is highly attracted to clarity. They are naturally magnetized to clarity. It's unreal. It's not within their control, actually. It kind of scares them. They fantasize about clarity a lot. They fantasize about kissing clarity, about hugging clarity, about going on dates with clarity, on giving clarity gifts. They're just like, what the heck can I do? Hold on. Okay, yeah, they're like, what the heck can I do that would make clarity happy, that would impress clarity, that would make clarity be more attracted to me, be flirting with me? Magic is constantly going through their mind and being like, what can I do for clarity? What can clarity be happy with? What are they gonna be impressed with? I'm not gonna say magic is, well, they might a little be obsessed with clarity, and they're like, clarity gives them clarity, because I think just for magic they see so much that clarity is like such a breath of fresh air. And then on the clarity side, they are oh god, wait a minute. You know what? Clarity might actually feel, I don't know about magic, but I just think clarity might feel like spiritually, energetically married to magic. There are no others, there's no surprises here, there's no question. It's just, yeah, magic is my person. And let's see, y'all. Let's see what this kiss is gonna be like, because I need the details. Where is your tarot? Okay, so here we have our Rider-Waite tarot, the OG. Let me give this a good shuffle because it's getting spicy. Whoa. No. I'm gonna pull some cards for clarity first. Can me see everything? Lord have mercy. Okay. I think that's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna get more cards, but let's start with these. Let's start in the middle. You know, I'll be real, I didn't do this for group 1, y'all, so this is the first time I'm doing this. Anyway, in the middle for the connecting energy, we've got 5 of Cups. Upright. This kiss at first is actually therapeutic. With the 5 of Cups, okay, the basic message of 5 of Cups is disappointment, right? Homeboy ain't too happy about the spilled cups here. There's still 2, but anyways, I'm just getting that the kiss itself is therapeutic because there's a disappointment in an expectation here, I think, from Clarity's side. Clarity might have had an idea about the whole process of this kiss going down, but I think they were proven wrong in a way that we're gonna see with our tarot. But on Magic's side, Magic's feeling more hopeful though. 3 spilled cups are on Clarity's side, 2 cups upright are on Magic's side. Magic is hopeful about the future, okay, what is possible, whereas Clarity is like, well, right now it's not looking like what we could be happy with. You know, it's like from reality, from what is reality right now, it's not, I'm not seeing the future that you are. They're not clarity isn't rejecting the future that magic sees, but clarity is just trying to be more realistic about what's going on. So let's see, on clarity's side we've got, ooh, Page of Cups, and they also have this Queen of Wands, ew, in reverse. On clarity's side, they so do enjoy making out with magic. Yeah, this ain't just a little kiss. This is turning into a makeout session, actually. But you know what, clarity, I'm not gonna say they're regretting it, but they're just like, oh my god, I'm losing control, like I'm losing myself, okay? Clarity, they find that they're just naturally so drawn to magic, so attracted to magic, they can't help themselves, okay? Their body reacts first. They're pulling more, okay? They might even try to pull back during the kiss, honestly, but I see magic going forward if clarity's going back, and so that clarity's like, well, then there's no point even in me trying to pull away, because magic is just going to come closer to me, you know? With this Page of Cups card, y'all, is the lighting going Ari? Let me get my little candle. Oh my god, my glass is hot. Uh-oh. Okay. Is that better? I think. Okay, anyway, back to clarity. What the heck were we getting? I still feel like the lighting's bad, but whatever. Anyway, I feel like clarity might be the one to initiate this kiss, actually. With this Page of Cups, they feel like the vibe is right. They feel like the time is right. So they're like, let me go ahead and go in for it. Let me try it. Let's get some more information. So on magic side, we have Queen of Cups upright and 5 of Swords upright. Oh, this group, y'all are giving me a run for my money. This is not a clean cut, straightforward kiss. Because the reality is, clarity and magic feel connected to each other. An emotional bond, a passionate bond. It's there. But honestly, just this could be not the right time, actually. Right person, wrong time. Clarity feels like with this 5 of Swords, they're able to see a way forward with this relationship being more long term, but they're just seeing, like, right now they don't think it's necessarily possible, or they're not wanting to do anything that would mess up their current life or current stability. Magic is being more supportive to clarity and saying this relationship happening might not derail you, you know, in your life. Magic isn't, they're not selfish, okay? They're not coming to clarity with the selfish energy of like, you know, I want this relationship so much to where I'm going to convince you to do something in your own life that would make this relationship possible. No. Magic's like, you know, what's your goal? What are your dreams? What's your ambitions? All right? And then let's see the possibilities of you reaching that ambition, that goal, whilst we are together, okay? Clarity doesn't feel like y'all two could be together with this Queen of Wands in reverse, not at this time. That's why they're feeling mad disappointed. But magic is actually seeing it's possible. The kiss itself is quite intimate, actually. It's not the most fiery one. It starts small with this Page of Cups, but it's a very slow and gradual kiss, you know? This is a gentle touch across the face and down the neck. You know, we are happily enveloped within the energy that this kiss brings. It's very sweet. Let's get you some more cards. I'm gonna move these up here. Can I move that? Is that okay? Are we centered? Lord have mercy. I don't think we are, but oh well. Let's get you some more cards. This. We'll go to magic side. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Is anyone into anime or like watching an anime right now? I don't know, because I saw something and I think like this in this anime, something with a pig. There's this old anime, this anime I like called oh god, Seven Deadly Sins, and like there's this one character, he's a pig, and his name is oh shoot, oh my god. Okay, just look up Seven Deadly Sins pig. It's the cutest thing ever. He has the cutest voice. Anyway, let's get to clarity. The third card they received, the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. On magic, we've got the Magician. So here's the tea. Okay, magic isn't going to change Clarity's life. Clarity's going to continue on their path as it should be, period, right? But magic is opening up Clarity's eyes to just alternate pathways. They're going to tell, okay, look, because Clarity really cares about their status in life. They do. They care about their success. They care about their achievements. They care about their career. All right, with the Seven of Pentacles, they want to continuously make sure that they are achieving new heights in their career, new standing. They like to improve, all right? And then magic, they're not going to stop them from that. In fact, they're going to tell Clarity how they can still improve, you know, their life, their career, but still be with magic here. In fact, the Magician, magic, might actually give Clarity some type of connection, some type of just doorway, something that Clarity's like, oh, well, I mean, I didn't think about it or think about this, but I'm down to try out this new way of being or this step in career, or I don't know. Magic is getting Clarity to try something different. Okay, it wasn't on Clarity's plan, I will say. Clarity's a big planner, all right? Magic plans too, but I don't know. I just feel like Clarity, when they come to their plan, they try to consider every possible contingency, and then whatever the plan is, they feel like it's going to be the most realistic one, so they don't get a lot of surprises. But magic is going to surprise them. And then, side note, both of y'all find each other so damn sexy, like like, okay, Clarity with this Queen of Wands, they're like, oh my god, magic is every single thing on my list. They're just this delicious. I just want to just give me a taste, ew. And then on the magic side with the Magician, like, okay, like if we got an 18+ rating, the Magician and the Devil are the highest sexually charged cards. And so I'm gonna just say that when it comes to the libido for both Clarity and magic, it's heightened for the two of you. This match, what is it? Yeah, this Queen of Wands energy and the Magician, fiery passion energy, and then we got two queens. Let's get you some more cards. What time? Oh, we have some time. Because I just want to see, we need some more information. What's going on here with this kissing y'all too? Let's get you some more cards. Okay? Look what I'm saying. Knight of Wands. Like, Clarity, they are so deeply attracted to magic. They're flirting with magic. They're telling them how beautiful they are, how they love their eyes, their clothes, their hair, how sexy they are. And Clarity makes a lot of moves to magic. They're going to hold hands. They're going to put their arm around them. They're going to kiss on the cheek. Like, Clarity is doing a lot of the initiating here. Can we still see this card? Oh, can. You know. Hello? Yeah, look what I'm saying. 11, this is what, Justice, 11th house. Like, y'all are really balanced. Like, this really does feel like, what's it called? Like a soulmate type of connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, deep. And like how earlier I was saying, right person, wrong time. Magic person could be making it the right time. You know, I mean, they're magic. They really are magic. Okay, let's get One more card on the clarity side. And you know what? I feel like for clarity too, like they're not gonna do anything that's just gonna be temporary or short term without like some type of lesson, some type of reward, something. But when it comes to magic, clarity feels like there is no need to even think that way, because the clarity's like, we are forever. The two of us are forever. Hello. That's like this drain next to me, or on the other side of the wall. Anyway. The Fool in reverse. If you are visiting from group 1, hello. Anyway, I'm gonna put it up right here. Okay, yeah, and then clarity's like, all right, well, you know, if we are to be together, if we are written to be together within divine energies, then maybe I shall take a leap of faith with a different plan that I wasn't necessarily thinking of, but I know I should do it because honestly, clarity's like, magic makes me so happy. They make me excited to live life. They make me feel beautiful and sexy. They make me want to even just go further, but I want to go further with them. I don't have to do it by myself. You know, in fact, it might be more fun with magic. It might be more expansive. It might be more of a learning experience with magic. I can do this with a partner, you know? Let's hop on over to the magic's side. We have the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, it's Taurus energy, by the way, and Ten of Swords in reverse. So I'm gonna just say, magic really does trust clarity with everything, with every fiber of their being. And we're talking about marriage here. Here's the Hierophant. Anyway, dang, y'all for real, I think y'all gonna get married. Let's get married. Okay, anyway, on what's this called? Magic side, they're like, we can do anything together. Like, we can tackle any problem together. Whatever life throws at us, we can get through it together. We're gonna be successful. And even if we fail, we're gonna learn through it. We're gonna expand. Magic feels a sense of true freedom, free bliss when it comes to clarity. Oh Lord, we need to do just a reading on this, on a relationship. You know what I'm saying? On y'all's relationship, because goodness, this is deep. But we need to start to close out our reading. Where did I put those cards? I know I just had them. Here we go. We're gonna get a couple of cards from the Playlist Oracle by Elisa's Messages. We're gonna get a card for either person, because I mean they're all songs, but I like to use them as like messages that the person would say. So let's start off with clarity. And then let's go to magic. Whoa. It's 2. We're gonna keep the 2. And then for both of y'all, we'll do this one. Is this flipped the right way? Okay, here we go. So at the bottom for the both of you is Sick by Neo. Can y'all see? All right. It's ridiculous. It's been months. And for some reason, I just can't get over us. And I'm stronger than this. Yeah, enough is enough. No more walking around with my head down. I'm so over being blue, crying over you. And I'm so sick of love songs. So tired of tears. So done with wishing you were still here. Said I'm so sick of love songs. So sad and slow. So why can't I turn off the radio? Wow. Okay. On Clarity's side, first song is Addictive by Truth Hurts featuring Rakim. He breaks me down, he builds me up. He fills my cup, I like it rough. We fuss, we brawl, we rise, we fall. He comes in late, but it's okay. He do, I do, he knows the rules. He takes care of home, though he's not alone. I'm on his knee, he keeps me clean and gives me things. He makes me scream. He's so contagious, he turns my pages. He's got me anxious, he's what I waited for. He keeps me guessing, spontaneous. He's so persuasive, and I'm his lady. Alright, next card by Clarity is No Air, oh my god, by Jordan Sparks featuring Chris Brown. If I should die before I wake, it's 'cause you took my breath away. Losing you is like living in the world with no air. Oh, I'm here alone, didn't wanna leave. My heart won't move, it's incomplete. Wish there was a way that I can make you understand. The hell? Oh, the song is so good. And you know, isn't it kind of cray-cray how both of these songs follow the same rhythm or same meter? If I should die before I wake, he breaks me down, he builds me up. You know what I'm saying? Cray-cray. Anyway, let's go to the magic side. First song, Love Don't Cost a Thing by J-Lo. When you rolled up in the Escalade, saw that truck you gave to the valet, knew that it was game when you looked at me, pulling up your sleeve so I could see the rolly bling. Saw you later in the corner booth, raising up a toast so I would notice you. But your heart's a mess, think you ought to know. Doesn't matter if you're balling out of control. Okay, next song is I Need a Girl by Diddy. I had a girl that would have died for me. Didn't appreciate her, so I made her cry for me. Every night she had tears in her eyes for me. Quarter K's, shorty took the whole ride for me. First we were friends, then became lovers. You was more than my girl, you was like brothers. All night we could play fight under covers. Now you gone, can't love you like I really wanna. But every time I think about your pretty smile and how we used to drive the whole city wild. Damn, I wish you would have had my child. A pretty little girl with Diddy's smile. This shit is wild. All them days that I reminisce about the way I used to kiss them pretty lips. But as long as you're happy, I'ma tell you this. I love you, girl, and you're the one that I will always miss. Oh, lordy. Okay. I'm gonna let these resonate for you personally, but we'll go ahead and end the reading off here. Ta-da! We've made it. Yes, we're at the end of yet another reading out there and in the bag. So if you've been with me for a minute, you know it's time for me to say thank you. And while I do all that, I'm gonna get some collective messages from our Moonology Oracle cards and 101 Bible Promises for your every need. So yes, I really do. I'm serious. Like every single time, I'm so appreciative of you and your presence here. Thank you for sharing your energy and your story with me. And thank you for allowing me to read for you, honestly. Thank you to those who have thumbs up this reading and helped this reading get out there to more people who might need the message. So appreciate that and letting me know that you liked it. I mean, hello. And then, thank you to those who have been sharing my readings, hitting that share button. I know that helps the algorithm somehow. I don't know, but it's a surprise every time I see it. So I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Cause like YouTube only tells me like once a week or something. Anyway. And then finally, to those who have subscribed today, yesterday, week before, last year, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the one and only Angel Army. You a warrior, player? Yeah, we fight for the realness. We fight for the good stuff. Okay, anyway, so from the Moonology cards, we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. It's beautiful. From the 101 Bible Promises, we have, we are God's workmanship, created in spirit to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a warrior. And I hope to see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the vibe check section for group 3. If you're feeling drawn to this group, we're gonna make sure it's the right one for you. We're not gonna waste no time. Ah, crap. Did I just spill my soda? Shoot. I mean, it's like not really soda. It's like carbonated water that's sweet. Anyways, if you got your drink or a snack, raise it up. Cheers to your reading. And the mess that this reading started off as. And I think I even have deja vu of this. So this means something. Okay, I think it's just water. Let it soak in like seasoning. Okay, anyway. Let me see. So right now, things could actually be a bit like topsy-turvy. Random sporadic events can happen to you, and it's like, oh, all right, well, trying to just deal with it. And I do think though, like, since I'm getting this message now, it's for a reason. And I think it's because given angel number 555, it's just a lot of energetic change around you. So you're going to experience a lot of random energetic shifts or events as a result of a changing energy. This is to recalibrate your own frequency of just how you feel normal. Like, for random example, those who were brought up in a chaotic environment are going to feel more normal when things are chaotic around them. All right, but if all of a sudden things are still stagnant, they're going to be like, what's going on, right? And so, regardless of where you are in your life, I think that just with this general message, things in your physical reality are changing so that you would resonate more with that physical reality. And I think it came from this internal work you have been doing to kind of, it's like a filter of self and being more clear, being more clean, no distractions, and being more receptive too, listening more and looking out for more signs. All the signs now, the repeating numbers, the animals, it's like piecing it together because things are shifting for you, things are changing. So what to do, right? I just heard fire. Like, there's something about fire here. Fire is needed to transmute an energy. And so it's like, do not take these changes lying down. If you feel as if you need to fight for a cause, fight for it, and be open to the result. Do not fight for a result, fight for a cause here. Because this current state that we are in is giving you time to learn how to co-create with spirit, how much action to take, how much action to not take, how much time to wait. Because seeing all of these signs, seeing all of these just random things happening are a proof to you of spirit moving without your push, without your influence. And so the signs and happenings around you are meant to be recorded, or at least just remembered as a sign of how much spirit is capable of in your life without you doing anything. And so it's like, right now we're just trying to see the balance of how much you should do and how much not to do. And so you can experiment with it. Like, this is what it's time for. It's time for experimentation. And so You might just be getting a lot of the Magician in your life right now, or Temperance in tarot. Because I'm just seeing you're not necessarily supposed to manipulate the energy around you. You're just supposed to understand what is changing around you, what type of energy, how does it affect you, how does it affect the world around you. It's just experimentation time. It's time to learn and then see what you can do here and there. Not for permanent change, not for the result, but for the experience. We'll go ahead and leave this here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Hello, group 3. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to pull a card from the Star Codes Astro Oracle to get the setting, maybe some timing, but the card shall reveal all. Or some. Oh god. Seriously? It fell. Where in the world? Okay. So, since I have to go through that whole rigmarole to get 2 cards, did another one fall? I don't think so. I will get these 2 cards then. You've got Pallas Athena, think. And you also received Opposition, Confrontation. Pallas Athena is number 30. Opposition is 53. So you know what, this could actually be the type of relationship that's like off and on, together then separate, never quite the right time, never lasting quite long enough. Someone could change their mind a lot in this relationship, or like world circumstances pull you guys apart a lot, to be honest. Also, it feels like someone in this relationship is really trying to manifest this connection and really make it happen. Not to say that, look, that magic is working. That's why I think you two are being put together a lot, or like being drawn closer to this person. But divine timing is at play here, so it might work temporarily and then it goes apart. So we're supposed to be getting setting, right? Yeah. Give me just 1 second. So I'm gonna just be real. So this is not the best news, but the first message I got was like, oh, this is not supposed to happen. Like, this relationship, this connection is not supposed to happen. And then I got, okay, well, maybe it's not supposed to happen in that moment, so stop trying. And don't even try to make it happen the next time you guys are together, or like the next time you're with this person. Don't try to like just be kissing with this person or like make a relationship happen, because it's just going to cause more confrontation. And then the third message too was like, well, this connection is not meant to happen, period. This could have been a karmic one, you know? And so for those here who've like been with this person before and then like have separated, went their separate ways, leave it at that. Right now I'm trying to look further into like, well, we can just get into the kiss itself, right? So this could have been after a fight, okay? Or after a time where you just thought long and hard about something. It doesn't have to be this relationship or this person. It could have been friggin' about school or work or whatever, you know, but this kiss is just happening either after a long period of solitude, cerebral confinement, or it's after some type of fight, okay, or argument. This could even stem from two different families that don't agree with one another or don't get along with one another, and that's what can put you guys in the same place. It could be two institutions that are conflicting with one another, and that's what puts you two together as well. With this olive branch here, I think this next time that you two are together and perhaps kiss, because I'm not even gonna say that this kiss is gonna happen. Actually, I'm gonna just be real. But the next time you two are together, I do see this olive branch offered here. So there will be some type of peace brought between you two, some type of release. To get you some more cards. Well, okay. For you, dearest, I'm just gonna hop into the tarot because I feel like there's a lot of information to cover here. Oh God. Wait, the Hangman. Out here, it's Pisces energy. I'll hold it up for you. There's a lesson in understanding when something is taken away from you or if it is out of reach. This can be taken as a lesson of, what do you truly deserve? What are you worth? What is worthy of you? Be careful of what you are asking or wishing for. Do you really want it? Take this time. Let's get you some more cards. We have this Four of Swords here in reverse. So let's say you did go to kiss this person. It would be more so of solidifying a fact or a thought that, like, it's that we've already had before. It's like we made up our mind before about something, but then it's like, oh, we'll still try something else or still try out whatever. But then this kiss is like, okay, well, no, it's exactly what I've already made up my mind about, you know? We have Justice here. I do think the next time you're going to be kissing someone, like this person, like really, I think this is someone on your mind already. I feel like y'all could have had like some fun banter in the past. Could have just been fun jokes here and there, maybe even like similar to same sense of humor. And I think that given Justice here and the Hangman, our Libra and Pisces energy, we are coming into terms into how someone presents themselves and how they talk about what they are capable of, and it's not trying to change self to fit someone else more easily, and it's not trying to change this other person to fit what both of you would even like. It's like accepting someone's progress for what it is and accepting personal progress for what it is. And it's like, if it's still not matching with the other person, then it's accepting that this connection is not mutual. What do you deserve? We have this Three of Pentacles upright, which talks about collaboration, working together. And we have the Chariot. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why this group is going just so out of order. But for this connection, just because a relationship, it could be labeled as karmic, does not necessarily mean it won't last forever. It's gonna take both parties here, if both agree to make this long lasting, to continuously work on it, work on self, and this will be a prosperous relationship. It'll be very happy, very joyous too. As long as it's just like, you know, both parties have a clear view of what the other person is and where they are on their journey. And it's encouraging the other person to continue forward, like just don't give up. Ace of Swords, the Star, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles in reverse, and what's this? The World in reverse. This is tricky. This feels like this is kind of like watched from the other person's perspective, like not yours. It's like it's a reading for them. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this opposition person, first of all, there's someone who, excuse me, I know my throat's going weird. They're the type of person to correct something when it's necessary. All right. They're not afraid of confrontation. This person is not afraid to speak up. They're not afraid to be heard. They're not afraid to be seen as a problem or a challenge. They don't care. They will take on challenges. With this Four of Pentacles in reverse, they do keep secrets, but they share what they truly feel and think with their own circle. Okay. They're one way in public, one way in private. With this World card in reverse, the Pallas Athena person, they are highly aware of their worth, and they're highly aware of what can make them happy, and they are good at discovering what can make other people happy and what is possible for other people, like what steps they can take to get to their own happiness as well. They might have tried to do that for opposition person, but opposition person either couldn't listen or didn't listen, so that could have made this split before or whatever. With the Star here, I do see that Pallas Athena person, they did wish to match with someone who would help them progress forward in life. So there's one message here where this opposition person is not the first choice for Pallas Athena. They're like, oh, you're not my type. But the thing is, Divine is sending this person to Pallas Athena because this type of person really will make Pallas Athena grow as a person, all right, just in life. And then there's another side here where Pallas Athena might actually want to be with this opposition person, but they're meeting obstacles because they're having to learn what ideas are their own and not listen so much to someone who has a strong voice, all right, with this King of Swords. I don't know. Because I feel like we need another card deck now, but we're off the rails, so I'm not even seeing. Might use this. Yeah, okay. We'll just use. These are the Gypsy Oracle cards. It's best for now because I'm not really seeing, and my third eye, what else to use. We have love here. We have widower. Came out in reverse. Room. Let's get one more. Young woman. Upright, yeah. At the bottom, consolation. Y'all can't see me right now, but I'm like shaking my head because this is not the clearest reading here. Like, it feels like there might be even like 3 different storylines. Like, on one storyline, this is talking about an ex, okay? So when we've already dealt with before, still feel connected to, but need to make that peace with a break. Second line, this is someone I don't know if it's like a full ex energy, like, oh, we dated for a long time, but now we have to end it because of whatever. This is more of like, oh, you know, I'm interested, and then, okay, maybe not interested. We're together, we're flirting, because we can, and then, oh, maybe, like, life just takes us separate ways. And so, for that storyline, I feel like the next time you guys are in a room, a kiss is highly possible. For the first storyline, it ain't happening. If it does, it's like a quick little, okay, no, this is gross, bye. And then for the second one, where it's like, ooh, maybe not. Ooh, we're together? No, we're not. You know, like, it's more fun. The kiss is highly possible. With this love here, young woman, room, consolation, it's possible. But I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's a guarantee. Only because with this group, within this group, whoever you are, if you're Pallas, Athena, or opposition, the other person needs to solidify. No, what's the word? They need to come to terms with their attraction to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they could still just be in their mind about what's good for them, what's not good for them, like what's going to be long lasting, if they're going to say the right thing. Excuse me. Whatever. They're just trying to figure it out still. And then there's this third storyline, which I'm like, it's not even this perspective on either of y'all. It's like a third party perspective. It's like it's reading for the other person watching this. I don't know, man. It could be like you are picking up on being drawn into a partner, like feeling like you're about to meet like long-term partner, and like for that I do see the kiss happening. Oh, really? I do see it happening. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a place where you guys could actually be playing games. A lot of lively people playing jokes, saying jokes. It could be like at a carnival, at a bar, at a fun bar, rooftop party. This is something where people are having fun. And then it's like, oh, the kiss with this person happens. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end the reading here before we get more confused. So, if you had any type of download or messages, let us know in the comments, clarification-wise. If you wanted to differentiate more of the storylines here, let us know. We're all here for you. And I'm curious to see what interpretations you get from this reading as well, because, damn, it was a lot. So, I'm gonna let this resonate for you personally, and we're gonna end it off here. ta-da! We've made it. Yes, we're at the end of yet another reading out there and in the bag. So if you've been with me for a minute, you know it's time for me to say thank you. And while I do all that, I'm gonna get some collective messages from our Moonology Oracle cards and 101 Bible Promises for your every need. So yes, I really do. I'm serious. Like every single time, I'm so appreciative of you and your presence here. Thank you for sharing your energy and your story with me. And thank you for allowing me to read for you, honestly. Thank you to those who have thumbs up this reading and helped this reading get out there to more people who might need the message. So appreciate that and letting me know that you liked it. I mean, hello. And then, thank you to those who have been sharing my readings, hitting that share button. I know that helps the algorithm somehow. I don't know, but it's a surprise every time I see it. So I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Because like YouTube only tells me like once a week or something. Anyway. And then finally, to those who have subscribed today, yesterday, week before, last year, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the one and only Angel Army. You a warrior player? Yeah. We fight for the realness. We fight for the good stuff. Okay, anyway. So from the Moonology cards, we have you and your loved ones are safe. New Moon and Cancer. It's beautiful. From the 101 Bible Promises, we are God's workmanship, created in spirit to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a warrior. And I hope to see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the vibe check section for group 4. If you are feeling drawn to this group, we're gonna make sure it's the right one. So if you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading. You know, when I was getting out your card deck and the charm, I heard sister, sister, which for some reason I cannot remember what show that is from. Somebody comment it below, it's gonna kill me. Sister, sister. Oh, I can't get it. Okay, anyway, let's get to your card and this charm. Okay, so yeah, passport. Need I say more? I mean, no, so somebody here be traveling. Nah, let me just vibe really fast. It feels, okay, just first thing I'm getting is like there are those here who are telling someone else to transition, to move, to change. It's like you're really trying to direct them into, an area or a direction that just would be more beneficial for this person. I think they could be, I mean, they should be very close to you, very important to you. This could be family member, partner, whatevs. But I just see you more right now in a directive or director type of energy. And it's like you're the one giving stamp of approval, or not. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know why you're like in a big leadership energy right now, but it feels like some are like having to come to you and be like, is this good? Is this fine? No? Okay, let me go back and work on it and then come back again. I don't know why. It's something to be approved, approval process. And then with this fairy tale design, I just think overall people may not fully understand you at first or even fully trust you at first because because you know what, I do think you do have layers. I mean, everyone does, but I think it's apparent for others on you because what you're showing, I think, is an authentic part of you, but I think naturally people feel like you are restricting or like only letting certain parts through, not in a bad way. They don't feel like they can't trust you or anything. It's just that they know that you're not showing all of your cards, and that makes them more interested. You know, you just come across as mysterious. And then, you know what, I think people too at times like would try to describe you, but they just never quite get it right. They never quite do, even when they really are just trying. It's hard for people to really describe who you are as a person. I mean, I'm seeing like a lizard, you know, darting through like the jungle. It's hard to grasp you, and you're always doing something different. You're always shifting just a little bit. And you know what? I think part of that is a protection for you, like a boundary. Like, not everyone needs to see every single part of you, you know? So kudos to you for being like, I'm gonna be like this way, I'm gonna be like this way, because I think honestly you've reached a balance to where you're always authentic, like you're always yourself. But I think you just know what parts of yourself to show in different situations. It's apparent, people do see like, okay, this isn't all of them, but that just makes them more interested, honestly. I'm just seeing the 2021 on the deck here. I think that could just be an important year. It's 2024 right now. I'm just saying, what year is it? You know what? A big change could be actually coming to you sooner rather than later. Oh my god, how helpful is that, right? Because everyone goes through changes, but I'm just trying to see like what is going on. It feels like a decision, actually. Like within a month or two, you're gonna have to make like a huge decision about where your life is gonna go, where you're headed. You have a couple of months. This could tie into career, partnership, children, family, tiny bit. But for those who are family, it feels like this family's pushing, not like trying to decide where you need to go. And then I'm seeing The Little Mermaid, a whole new world. We'll see. And then there's something with dreams. I'm only frustrated because I'm like, it's time to end this vibe check, and I'm like, I can only go so much. But something, hold on. For those who resonate with this dream message, it's more so like someone might have told you a dream for them, and it's like you gotta tell them that it's possible, but maybe not in the way they were thinking. The process. The goal is the same. They can make it, but their process is wrong. Okay, we'll leave it here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Hey, group 4, y'all ready for this? We're gonna start off by getting a card from the Star Codes Astro Oracle to get a good bit of, alright, that was alright. A good bit of setting. We might get a time, but overall, it's when it gets the place. This. Okay, you ready to see what it is? It is. Oh my god, no. Hold on. Sorry. No, it's just because I just got this card from, what's it called? Group 3. And I'd rather get a different one. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. It's Cancer. Immerse. Number 4. Isn't it so pretty? It's so pretty. Is it centered, by the way? Okay, I think it is. 101 on the timer I just saw. So angel number 111 or angel number 1111 here for you. Also 1001. Anyways, let's get into this card, right? And so, given this setting, I mean, the moon's out. I think it's a little dark. We're hitting that twilight. A lot of lights, a lot of artificial lights given vision here. This isn't necessarily from the sun. If anything, if it's not nighttime, it's sunset, like the later part of sunset, where the sky is like maybe like a orangey purple blue, you know what I mean? Either one of y'all or both of y'all at this time are just feeling wistful. Some here are attempting like a new type of diet at this time, or just watching more of their diets. Not you, but this other person, they actually dreamed of, I'm gonna say either kissing you or kissing someone very important to them, all right? This is a time when it's like, I'm kind of seeing actually like both of you could be very well dressed, but it's dark. This could be just like at a dinner or something, you know? This is feeling like an after work type of energy. Because I almost wanted to say, oh, vacation, but not. It feels more like a break. It will take a break from the work day. It's just break time. It's a weekend, you know, short-term break, and it's calm. At this time, one of you could be feeling possessive of the other, wanting to make sure that you keep them in your sights, in your clutches here. One person is being a bit more physical, touchy-feely than the other, because they just know how good the other person feels when they touch them. Also, y'all are smelling good. I don't know if either one or both of you smell very good. Or someone cooked and that cook smells very good. The food. Someone could even be like, even if it's like someone didn't cook and we're at a dinner, it's like, hold on, let me move that. Is that fine? Y'all. Ugh, my channel. Anyway, someone could be like, y'all could be like at dinner, right? And y'all are just, so cute, like, ew. But when it's like spoon feeding the other, like some ice cream or like a fruit, they like say, take a bite. It's because y'all are just so, y'all are kind of just in love, honestly. Oh my god. Or just so deeply infatuated with the other person. Y'all are just having a great time. It's a very intimate setting here, very close. One-on-one, face-to-face. I'm interested to see what your cards will say. So we're gonna pull a couple from the Enchanted Spell Oracle. Is this crooked now? I swear. I'm gonna stop moving things. Let's get one card for either person. Okay. Yeah, alright. That'll work. Okay. So let's reveal the first person. They are Inspiration. From May 13th to June 9th. That's what Taurus energy. You. A little bit. Okay, anyway. They also got Hawthorne and Inspiration. Oh, well, okay. Let's begin with Inspiration person. So this person, actually, they're onto a new lease on life. They're feeling like they're very capable of doing anything they set their mind to. Honestly, they know that it's their idea that's driving them to doing the right thing. It's like they really are inspired, and I think it comes from some type of internal recognition. They learned how to trust their heart. They learned how to trust their heart because they didn't before. Because I think in the past, maybe like their heart took them through difficult situations where they could have thought they were wrong. They were doing the wrong thing with the wrong person, wrong career, whatever. But they learned that their heart wasn't the one to mistrust or ignore. It's that their heart needed to expand and grow. And so now their heart's not so much going through what has happened in the past, but opening up to what can happen in the future. And that's why they're inspired. Let's hop on over to the other person. Ooh, we have Innocence. These cards are so pretty. Okay, so Innocence got, what's that say? Pear, apple, poppy, daisy, rose. Oh, girl, I don't know what that say. Mint, and violet. Wow. Okay, cool. Oh, and then Taurus energy, and then here, what's it called? Venus energy. So y'all are matching given this Venus energy. Inspiration May 13th to June 9th. Taurus energy. Y'all match via Taurus energy. Anyway, so with this Innocence person, they believe that the Inspiration person has kept their distance for a good reason. Innocence believes that if they were to immerse themselves into Inspiration's life, Inspiration would become clouded. They wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't be super independent when it comes to following their own heart. So I think maybe Innocence has also patience and gave time for Inspiration to figure their own heart out, figure themselves out. But not to say that Innocence was like waiting for Inspiration. Like throughout this time, Innocence was discovering more of how to nourish themselves from resources that are not people. Which isn't to say that only romantic, even from family or friends. Innocence could have been going through a hermit period, or where they needed. So yeah, I didn't even see when it stopped recording. Got a full spread out here. Here we go. Okay, so on Inspiration side, we've got Two of Swords, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. On their side, I'm just like, I really just went through this whole reading. But anyway, okay. So on this Inspiration side, this person could have just like received some type of reward, just achieved the next leg up in their career, just achieved a move, like whatever this Inspiration person is going through, they just received something amazing with this Wheel of Fortune. And I think for the longest though, they had been working on themselves, really, with this Moon card, very intrinsic. Okay, with this Two of Swords though, they are contemplating how much to share with this innocence person, because they don't want them to think that they're too independent. They want the innocence person to feel like they are necessary in inspiration's life. It's like, no, I still need you in my life though. So inspiration's gonna tell innocence a lot of these breakthroughs that they've been going through, but they're also going to share with innocence a lot of things that they are feeling doubts about, that they're insecure about, things that they sure could think about on their own, try to figure it out on their own, but they want innocence to feel like that they want them. And because inspiration really does desire innocence here. On innocence side, we have Queen of Wands, Judgment in reverse, and the High Priestess here. And on the innocent side, they are just in this energy of feeling their oats. With this Queen of Wands, they're truly embodying Queen of Wands energy. What is vibrant, what is successful, what is achieving, what is growing into new heights, what is confident, right? And also, in a sense, they looking good. Hair on point, skin on point, outfit on point. All right, they are feeling their oats, and everybody is just lapping it up. They're loving innocence, and they're loving that energy. And innocence is like uplifting everyone around them, either verbally, by pointing out what's cool, what's amazing that they see, or just by example. And so, innocence person, as strong as they're feeling, they're not initiating this kiss with inspiration. Nope. Because they feel, honestly, that it would be more beneficial for both of y'all, for inspiration to take the initiative in this kiss, into making it happen. Innocence is like, well, what do you desire? And if I'm what you desire, you must take what you desire, okay? Like, I can't just, like, give you something without work done, or without, like, quote-unquote being asked. It's like, if you want me, ask for me, and here I will give myself to you, okay? And so with this inspiration person, they are now feeling worthy of being in a long-lasting relationship, at the very least, or at the most with innocence, okay? Let's get you some more cards. We have the Chariots in reverse for inspiration. We have the Hierophant upright for innocence. At the bottom, Page of Wands in reverse for inspiration. Let's start with this innocence person. With the Hierophant here, they're, I don't know. Because I just feel like at this time, innocence isn't really forcing what they want or what they desire into this situation. They're present, and they are celebrating inspiration. Because there's a sense here with this Judgment in reverse, they know that inspiration would make them immensely happy. And they are happy to be in this space with inspiration. And innocence knows that part of inspiration's gifts, good fortune, is themselves. Innocence knows that they're one of the good fortune for inspiration. And so they're not about like, oh, my journey, what I'm doing. Like I said before, innocence is just in their Queen of Wands energy. They're just enjoying life. Okay? Vibrant, and inspiration's like, oh, I really want them to be part of my life. They're not forcing it. With this Five of Pentacles in reverse, neither of you are working out of a lack mentality or out of a dependent mentality. Like quite the opposite actually with the world. This is whatever we desire is possible. And so inspiration's like, well, what do you desire, innocence? Like, what would you like in your life? If I'm a part of it or not, just like, what do you want? And so innocence is doing their best to share that, yeah, they would actually desire inspiration in their life if that is what's best for both parties, if it's the right time, okay? And then inspiration's like, they're not going to, with this Chariot card in reverse, they're not going to be like, oh, well, then let's just like make each other be together, or like let's force us to be together without the kiss. This kiss is actually quite integral. Both of you will be studying the lips of the other, how deep this kiss goes, how firm y'all press each other's lips to each other. This kiss is the judgment. This kiss will mark if it is time to progress or time to hold off. Let's begin to phase out this reading from getting a couple of cards from the Playlist Oracle by Ulisa's messages. I want to get the messages that inspiration would have and innocence would have. Let us see. I think I need to do like your next relationship reading, because like getting into the kiss is cute and all, but this is getting deep. You know what I mean? No. Ooh, maybe this. Yeah. Okay. Now, for inspiration side, we have Heaven Sent by Keisha Cole. Now, you can wait your whole life wondering when it's gonna come or where it's been. You may have got your heart broken a few times in the past. Never last as strong as it used to. It don't feel as good as it used to before. And all the things you used to say, things you used to do, went right out the door. On the innocent side, we have Intentions by Justin Bieber. Picture perfect. You don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make 'em drop dead, you're a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, got your own bread. Heart full of equity or an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Between the both of you, we've got All My Life by Casey and Jojo. I will never find another lover sweeter than you, sweeter than you. And I will never find another lover more precious than you, more precious than you. And I just feel like maybe this. My heart will go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart. And my heart will go on and on. Yo, we need to do a relationship reading. But for now, I'm gonna let this resonate for you personally, and we'll end the reading off here. Ta-da! We've made it. Yes, we're at the end of yet another reading out there and in the bag. So if you bear with me for a minute, you know it's time for me to say thank you. And while I do all that, I'm gonna get some collective messages from our Moonology Oracle cards and 101 Bible Promises for your every need. So yes, I really do. I'm serious. Like every single time, I'm so appreciative of you and your presence here. Thank you for sharing your energy and your story with me. And thank you for allowing me to read for you, honestly. Thank you to those who have thumbs up this reading and helped this reading get out there to more people who might need the message. So appreciate that and letting me know that you liked it. I mean, hello. And then, thank you to those who have been sharing my readings, hitting that share button. I know that helps the algorithm somehow. I don't know, but it's a surprise every time I see it. So I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Because like YouTube only tells me like once a week or something. Anyway. And then finally, to those who have subscribed today, yesterday, week before, last year, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the one and only Angel Army. You a warrior, player? Yeah, we fight for the realness. We fight for the good stuff. Okay, anyway, so from the Moonology cards, we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. It's beautiful. From the 101 Bible Promises, we are God's workmanship, created in spirit to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a warrior. And I hope to see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye.